Welcome learners. Hopefully the void callback was an addition to your knowledge wherein I've taught you like how you can create any widget and also pass a value when there is a tap event. Now we are at the last part of our modified task section wherein we are going to understand how do you use the same screen for the modification as well as for addition. Let's tune in to our session. Let's dive into the session wherein now in display task list screen, what I'm going to do is use navigator dot push, which will be pushing to my add task screen, material page route, context, add task screen. Now do you notice this and in fact this, they are exactly same. So in order to have the modification to be done, I'm going to say is task been edited to be true, followed by old task name as this name that I'm showing on the UI. Well, look over here. What I'm teaching you is I'm navigating to the same screen but with different parameters to suit my conditions. Let me put my if condition, which will display the task controller with a predefined text, and I'll say that the predefined text is going to be old task name. The reason why over here you're getting an error is because this dot text cannot be null, and let me put over here invalid task. Well, what does this double question mark signify? If my variable is null, then this value will be used. Otherwise, in my task controller, I'm going to get the previous value that was being saved. Let me run my app from the very beginning and try to test if entire constructor part works or not. So here we are on the screen and I'm going to click the edit icon. Did you notice this came pre-filled? When I click on back and click on the plus symbol, did you notice this came in blank? Well, that's exactly how my edit icon will work. By meaning of edit, over here when I tap, I should be able to edit the particular task and then also save it into my list. In order to do so, next what I'm going to try and do, put one more if condition here. So if my task is been edited, I'll put an else. So if my task is been edited, I'm going to call the modified task item, wherein this modified task item takes in two different variables. So I'll put over here my comma and I'll say the old task name followed by the task controller dot text. Let's run the app from the very beginning and check whether the modification works or not. What I notice is I forgot to do notify listeners over here. One round of hot reload and I'll see buying movie tickets gets replaced by going for a movie. Now I'm going to click on add task, and did you notice, in fact it got changed and it shows going for a movie. Now, what I forgot to change is the text on the button. So let's quickly put over here is task being edited, then the text is going to be modify task, else it is going to be add task. Let's try running the app from the very beginning and check if we are able to get this modify task. What I'll try and do is edit this buying a shirt with buying shirt and trousers. Now, do you notice it has changed to modify task? Now, when I click on this modify, it modifies buying a shirt and trousers, and the previous one is gone. Now, I can try and add a new one as buying new plates. So it says add task. When I click on the plus, it says add task, and when I click on the edit icon, it says modify task. So the same screen, that is this, is now being controlled by these two variables in order to get my entire modification done. Hopefully, the entire module was very helpful to you in understanding Flutter. We started off with very small things like state management and provider package. Then slowly I tried to build up your knowledge and added entire functionality to observables, to producers, to consumers and whatnot. But wait, are we stopping here? Yes, for the current module. Well, are we concluding the to-do app? No. That's because we intend to make the entire app offline. What I'm going to do is, in a separate new module, I'm going to begin with SQL. Over there, you'll be able to understand how you can create your app as an offline part. But there is going to be a bit amount of a twist. I'm going to also introduce to you on NoSQL. Well, that's kind of a present day or 21st century database. You shall have a good amount of knowledge in understanding NoSQL. That's because this is very trending topic into industries. When it comes to NoSQL, you'll be having all the queries like create, update, delete and select, but all through code, not SQL statements, but all through code. How is that going to happen? What goes behind creating a NoSQL storage is an entire module, so stay tuned and keep learning with Hoping Minds.